Hi everyone, welcome to another video. This time we're going to do a long distance run, so I'm showing you the route now. A battery planner says we're doing it with one stop. I think I might do a quick stop just in between that to be on the safe side. So I'll update you during the trip in regards of consumption, range and so on. Right now there's 12 degrees, sunshine, and yeah, let's see where we end up. Okay, so I've been driving for like 10 minutes. The range assistant says I have 31 or 310 kilometers of range. My destination is exactly 300 kilometers away, but Google Maps says I'm still going to arrive with 0%. I'm not sure if that sort of takes into account the preheating of the battery, because I put in a fast charger as the destination. So the time to the destination is around 3 hours. I'm not sure I will make that myself. I might have to stop on the way to charge a bit and go to the bathroom. But it's still interesting to see that the range assistant and Google Maps, given the route I'm taking, have different opinions. So we've been driving for about 30 minutes now. We have 260 kilometers to get to the fast charger in Hudiksvall. The range assistant is still showing 300 kilometers right now. So even though the destination is 260 kilometers away, Google Maps is still predicting that we'll end up with 0% battery. So I'm quite confused with that result actually. I'll have to see when we've driven a little bit further what I'll decide to do. I'm thinking of making a stop in Ionity Gävle just to add some charge to the battery and go to the bathroom. But right now I'm just puzzled how this can be so different results, and I'm quite intrigued in what which one is showing the correct figure, because the range assistant is basically predicting that I can get to the fast charger in Hudiksvall, which is 260 kilometers away. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so we've been driving for almost an hour now, and I think I figured out that the difference in the range estimation is that Google Maps takes into account that I will be driving on the highway for most of the trip, which I guess the range assistant doesn't take into account. So with the higher speeds, I won't reach the charger in Hudiksvall. So I'm actually going to change the destination to Ionity Gävle to make just a quick stop there, so we can carry on and make a longer stop at Ionity Gävle before going to the final destination, which is Jönrike. So maybe you guys already sort of figured that out, but it's the speed on the trip that's making the difference between Google Maps estimation and the range assistant. So hopefully we can get a good, we'll put Ionity Gävle as the destination, preheat the battery and get a nice sort of charging speed there. Hopefully record that one. let's carry on. Okay, so we've arrived at the first charge stop. Been traveling for an hour and 40 minutes. We have covered 175 kilometers with 30% left. So the last stint with the motorway and the higher speeds really increased the consumption quite a lot. So Google Maps was actually quite accurate in the end, and the Rage Assistant of course didn't know what route we were going to take. So we're going to charge up the battery here. I'll try to record that as well. So let's see if we can get some decent charging speeds, and then we'll continue to Ionity in Hudiksvall. Okay, so while I'm charging or recording the charging, might as well go through the trip statistic. So coming here took 1 hour and 42 minutes, average speed of 106 kilometers per hour. The distance was 175 kilometers. Consumption was 26 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So quite high, but I would say that increased with the higher speeds on the highway. As long as the speed limit was 80 or 90, we actually had sub 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers consumption, which is quite good. But getting up to those higher speeds really sort of drained the battery. So charging now, we have been, at least as far as I have known, above 100 kilowatts for the whole time, coming up to 130 maybe. We'll have to see sort of the max minimum when I look at the recording. So we will stay here until we get to over 60%, and then we will continue to the Ionity charger in Hudiksvall. Okay, so at the moment I can't access the charging session, but I think we went from just below 30%, 29 maybe, to 68% in 15 minutes. The charging rate dropped to 85 at the end, so I had enough sort of charge to get to the next destination, so I decided to stop it. And now we're heading to Ionity Hudiksvall for first food, then charging, and then on to Björnrike, which is the final destination. So Google Maps is estimating that we will get to Ionity in Hudiksvall with 19%. It will be lower because I have to get some food, but I want the navigation to be set at the fast charger just so the preconditioning of the battery will work. The restaurant is not far away, so I don't think that will be an issue. Yeah, so I'll update you on the way before we get to the restaurant if that sort of range estimate is wrong. Okay, so we are now 8 minutes or 11 kilometers away from the next charging stop, Ionity Hudiksvall. Google Maps has been quite accurate in the range estimation. The speeds have been slower due to traffic as well, so that is a factor. So just staying under the speed limit actually increases range quite a bit. So I will make a quick stop before the fast charger to buy some food, and then we will record the next charging session as well. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm sitting here charging. I've just eaten. We're up at 75%. The charging rate has dropped to 75 from being well above 100. The arrival state of charge is still showing 0%. I thought it would start showing at least a few percent now, but I think I will have like 10-15 more minutes here charging. Okay, so I just went to the bathroom and the charger had stopped charging. Don't know what happened. I guess I have to look at the footage later. However, so I changed the charger and now it's working again. Google Maps is still showing 0% on arrival. I'm currently at 81%, so I thought that would actually do it. So I'll see if I will actually try to start driving, even though Google Maps is showing something else. I think I've seen this before, that it doesn't really update fast enough with the state of charge. So I don't know if I'll do a reboot or something, because I think I should be able to get there right now. I'll try to update you once I'm on the road. Okay, so I've been driving for a few minutes now, and state of charge on arrival has started to climb up from 3% to 6% at the moment. So I will continue to drive quite conservative because I want to get there on without charging. I think I will only have a few sort of slow chargers on the way. If I need to, I can stop, but I will try to make it the whole way. I'm hoping that the arrival state of charge will continue to rise to at least 10%. That's just for my sort of comfort zone. But yeah, we'll see. There's a charger at the destination, so it's no big deal if we arrive there with 6%. But just for my anxiety, I would like to have at least 10%. So with 2 hours left to the final destination, the arrival state of charge has continued to increase, and it's now at 13%, so I'm quite comfortable I will get there without charging. There's been no traffic, so I've been basically been cruising, which I think has done or has affected the consumption on the positive side. So I think there will be 2 hours more of just cruising to get there when it gets dark. Hope you enjoy the Swedish landscape. Unfortunately no snow, but I think if the weather would have been colder, I wouldn't have been able to make the trip with just sort of one short charging session and one longer. I think there would have to be 2 longer ones. But yeah, I'll try to summarize the whole trip when we get there. So far we've been traveling 365 kilometers. Consumption right now is 24.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. 3 hours and 53 minutes and an average speed of 97 kilometers. So see you guys at the destination. Okay, so we have finally reached our destination. It's dark now. I've been traveling for 5 hours and 46 minutes. Total distance is 524 kilometers. Average speed of 94, and total consumption or average consumption of 23.7. So that's quite okay. Much lower consumption with lower speeds going on the small roads. But on average everything has gone well. I've reached here with 15% state of charge, which is well, 10% more than the first estimate, but I think this was more realistic, and I think it's due to the smaller roads. So overall a good trip, quite hassle-free, since this being my first longer trip with the XC40 Recharge P6. And hope you get some useful information, and see you in the next one. Bye.